Alright, in this video, I'm going to explain the paper 1 question for the topic States of Matter, Chemistry, code 5070. Let's start this. The first question is, the conical flask contains the compound X which is present in solid, liquid and gaseous state. Which statement is correct? Okay, the compound is X but it is present in the 3 different states. Option A says a gaseous X molecule has a lower mass than liquid X molecules. As it is the same compound which is present in the 3 different states, so the mass is same for all the 3 states. So it is incorrect. Bravo says energy is released when X changes from liquid to solid. Whenever liquid changes to solid, that's freezing. So in freezing, yes, the substance loses the energy because the particles are losing kinetic energy, they are slowing down and the particles are settling and getting fixed on their position. This is how liquid changes into solid. So yes, Bravo is a correct option. But let's see why Charlie and Delta is not correct. Liquid X is at a higher temperature than solid X. No, that is not correct. Because the container is closed and inside the temperature is same for all the 3 states. So that cannot be correct. Delta option says the liquid X molecules vibrate about fixed position. Liquids do not vibrate. In the liquid state, the particles can move freely, but in solids, yes, they do vibrate, but that's why the option D is incorrect. So the correct answer is Bravo for this question. This question says that which property shows that a liquid is pure. Before we read the options, you must know that a pure substance has a fixed melting in the boiling point. So wherever you find in the option, they are talking about the fixed melting boiling point, that is the correct option. So in Delta, I can clearly see that it says that it boils at a fixed temperature at a given pressure. So definitely that is the correct option for this question. The next question is solids ammonium chloride decomposes on heating according to the following equation. So equation is ammonium chloride decomposes to form ammonia gas and hydrochloric acid gas. Hydrogen chloride, of course. Which change occurs due to the damp red litmus paper in the experiment above? See here again the concept of diffusion is being used. As we know in the previous video where I had done the first 10 questions of states of matter of this topic, you can watch that video where I have calculated the MR of ammonia and HCl. Ammonia has a MR of 17 and HCl has a MR of 36.5, and rate of diffusion is faster for the molecules which are lighter and have less MR. So ammonia is having the less MR, so it will travel faster as compared to HCl. So ammonia is a alkali, so red litmus paper will first turn blue and then HCl will reach above to the litmus paper and then litmus paper will turn red because HCl is an acid and acid will turn the red litmus paper, acid will turn the blue litmus paper red. So Delta is going to be the answer where they says that red litmus paper turns blue because of ammonia, of course, and then it turns red because of HCl, and here the concept of diffusion is being used where the difference in the MR changes or affects the rate of diffusion. Alright, the next question says a test tube containing a liquid X is placed in the beaker of boiling water. The liquid X starts to boil immediately. What is the boiling point of liquid X? Okay, before I read the option, let me explain you that boiling point has a temperature of 100 degrees centigrade, and as soon as I have placed the test tube containing X into the boiling water, it started boiling. That means its boiling point is below 100. So option are saying that A 100, no, it is below 100. B above 100, no. C is between 0 and room temperature. It cannot be between 0 and room temperature because if it would have been, the substance would have been already boiled off. And the D option is saying that the boiling point is between room temperature and 100. Yes, that's the correct option because its boiling point cannot be below room temperature. If it would have been, the substance have already been boiled. So therefore, the option D is the correct option. Okay, the next question says that apparatus shown in the diagram was set up And over a period of time, how will the water level at X changes? First of all, you need to understand the apparatus. In the apparatus, we have our inverted gas jar where hydrogen is being filled, and we have a porous port where air is filled, and that is connected to a U tube which has water in it, and they are asking about how the level of X changes. This is again using the concept of diffusion where hydrogen is lighter than air, so hydrogen will move in, that will push the air in the U tube, and X will move down. And after a while, as hydrogen is lighter, it will start moving out of the container as it is a porous port. So it will move out of the container, and the level of X will return back to its position and will stay there. So let's read the option where this correct information applies to. It will fall, then rise, and then return to X. It will fall and rise and then return to X. That can be the correct option. Bravo says it will fall and remain at the lower level. No, because hydrogen is lighter, so of course it is going to go out of the porous port. Charlie says it will rise then fall. Definitely not. It is not going to rise. It will fall first. And Delta says it will rise and remain at the higher level. No, so our answer is definitely alpha for this question. Yes. In this question, we are been given a graph where they are giving us the melting point of mixture of lead and tin, and they are asking us that the graph shows that any mixture of lead and tin must have a melting point. Okay, before I read the option, let me explain you that you must know that melting point is being decreased when the impurities are added. So when I am mixing lead and tin, so both are acting as an impurity for the other substance. So the melting point is going to decrease anyways for both of them. But my question has a very important word, that is must have a melting point. For any mixture, the melting point is going to be less than tin anyways. But any mixture must have a melting point less than lead. So this must have is very important. So alpha option is not correct because it says above than tin. We know the impurities decreases the melting point, so it cannot be the correct option. Bravo says that below that of lead. Yes, that is the correct option, but let's see why Charlie and Delta is not correct. Charlie says that below that of both in tin and lead. See, I have already told you that if any mixture will obviously have a melting point less than tin. But if any mixture is mixed together in any ratio, it must be less than lead. So because of that word, the option Bravo is our correct option. And Delta is between that of lead and tin. That is not correct, because if it is between, then it is more than tin, which is not correct. So Bravo is our correct answer for this. Okay, the last question of this video is an attempt was made to compress a gas and a solid using the apparatus shown as you can see in the diagrams. One, in the first container, gas is being compressed, and the second, solid is being compressed. Which substance would be compressed, and what is the reason for this? When we studied the properties of solid, liquid and gases, we studied that in the gases the molecules are very far from each other. There are large distance between the gas particles, so it is very easy to compress the gas particles. Compression means we are applying pressure. When the pressure is applied, the volume can decrease. Volume will decrease definitely, because the gas particles have large distances between them. But in case of solids, the particles are compactly packed, there are no distance between them, so it is very difficult to compress the solid, rather impossible. So which statement is correct? And the gases can be compressed because the particles are closer? No. Bravo says the gas particles are far apart. Yes, that's the correct answer, but let's see why C and D are incorrect. Solids, the solid particles are close together. Yes, that's why they cannot be compressed, but they are asking us that which substance would be, sorry, I'm again and again saying a statement, which substance would be compressed. They are not saying which substance is not compressed. So So definitely we are not choosing Charlie and Delta, because in Charlie and Delta they're discussing solids. We have to think about gases, because that's what the requirement of our statement is. So Bravo is the correct answer for this. That was the end of this video. I'll catch you in the next video, where I will be doing the questions related to the pressure, volume and temperature. So wait for my next video. Till then, thank you. God bless you. Allah Hafiz.